Hi guys, this is Thrtn. I'm a content creator for Elevate. Today I'm going to be showing you how to attack the two bottom floor sites on Coastline. The last video on how to attack Coastline was about how to attack the two top floor sites. So if you'd like to see that, that's in the last video. But this video will be strictly about the two bottom floor sites and how to attack them, which includes Blue Bar and Sunrise site as well as the kitchen and service entrance site. So let's get into how to attack these two sites. First off, I'd recommend a sledge. With sledge, bring an LE5, SMG11, two standard weapons. I mean, you really don't want to bring the shotgun and the pistol, I'll just be honest with you. Just bring the LE5 and the SMG11. Anything but a suppressor for attachments. They're pretty much all viable, other than like the red dot and the Cybertruck hollow. So bring that loadout. It's very powerful. Obviously, bring nades on sledge. Nades are significantly better than flashes in 99% of situations. Another operator you're going to want to bring would be the Nomad for the flank watch. You should bring whatever you want, honestly. The AK and the ARX are both very viable weapons. I'd bring this pistol, however. This one is just a bit useless unless you're trick shotting. So I bring the ARX, but this is a perfectly viable weapon. Any attachments, just not a suppressor, like I said, and make sure you have a grip on. Bring the IQ. I prefer the Commando, but the G8 is certainly an option. The AUG is not as common of an operator, or not as common as a gun. I'd really just bring the Commando or the G8, whatever you like. If you're a little more aggressive and you want to get in people's faces, bring the G8. But if you want to just be, you know, like a balanced operator, bring the Commando. Next operator is a Zofia. I mean, this is pretty obvious. You guys have seen Zofia. Just bring her rifle, the M762, whatever it's called. It's a great gun. Whatever attachments you like on it, you can really bring whatever. Just bring the 2 times. I prefer the muzzle and the angled, but whatever you like, just bring it. And lastly, for the last operator, I would bring for Ash her classic R4C, as you may already be using. It's a great weapon. It works well for every single site. I prefer this pistol, but this is a completely fine pistol to use. And I will show you exactly what each operator does for attacking kitchen and service right now. So when you're attacking kitchen and service entrance, I want to show you just a really quick basic defensive setup that you're probably gonna end up seeing. It's very basic, just some holes here, a reinforcement here, this open here. This is not gonna end up mattering because you are opening above, but I just want you to know what you're gonna see. You're gonna see this reinforced, a rotation here. Maybe you'll see a shield here covered by some ADSs. Maybe you'll see a Maestro cam. You're going to see this wall most likely reinforced, the top of this wall open, maybe this wall reinforced, but all of this doesn't even matter for the attack that we're doing. This is just showing you what you're going to see when you're attacking this site. So what I've quickly outlined here is the bomb site that we're going to be attacking, kitchen and service, arguably the second most common bomb site you'll be attacking as an attacker. The idea here is that we're going to end up going for a plant right here at service entrance. But to do this, you're going to need to take a buff first and open up the angles here to flush the defenders out of here. You can't just go for the plant. I mean, there's way too many angles from the defense. So first, we need to go to take a buff. And let me quickly show you what that looks like. This is the top floor of Coastline. This is what we're going to take. We're going to end up sectioning off this part of the map. We need this to open up above the bomb site and get those defenders out of here. All of this is destructible. This is not. This room right here is not. But all of this floor in these 2 rooms is destructible, as well as here. This is above lobby. And the idea is that we're going to have two attackers right outside VIP balcony. This room is VIP. So we're going to probably set an IQ and a Zofia on this balcony. We're going to put an Ash and a Sledge on the roof. Sledge is going to be droning in this Ash through this hatch that is in bathroom. And then this Nomad is going to be top white window, getting ready to watch this flank, and then eventually Nomad the flanks off. As Zofia, as long as you can clear the ADSs from above, this shield should be pretty easy to destroy. And because you're going to have holes down here from above, they're not even going to be able to play on this shield and in this area, and that's the whole purpose of taking above in the first place. That everyone should probably spawn main entrance for this site or poolside so they can get onto VIP balc. But if you're going straight to the roof like the Ash and the Sledge are, just spawn main entrance, and you're gonna end up going for the plant right here. Like I said though, we need to take above first. You can start off by opening up this big window on the penthouse. You're gonna need this room to open above. And Sledge can get this hatch for the Ash, and the Sledge is gonna drone in the Ash. That's an important note, by the way. You want to have the Sledge droning first, because Sledge needs his sledgehammer. He's a really crucial, he's a key element to this attack. You do not want him dying on the roam clear. This should be the Sledge droning and the Ash dropping. Once you know that this penthouse is clear, and often you'll see a defender in here, and you make this call if there is a defender in here or bullet holes on this wall, you can help by opening the top right window by Nomad, and Ash will drop the hatch and start fighting these defenders. She'll have teammates on this balcony too, We'll go open up this window right here and this door, getting an easy angle into VIP and Hall of Fame right here. And once you have above, I'll show you what the next step in the attack is. You do not want to waste time attacking this site because opening above and getting all those angles open is a bit of a lengthy process, as well as clearing. This is not where the bomb site will be if you're attacking kitchen and service. This just happens to be up here. Sledge, like I said, he has to be the one to drone. He should take both of his drones to the roof, bring his drone to main entrance spawn, and pick it up right off spawn. He needs both of his drones to help for this roam clear. Also, after he's done droning, you want to have a drone set here. This is a very, very important part of the round. You need to have a drone here, and you need to have someone watching it at every single point in the round, like the Nomad. And I'll show you what the Nomad is exactly doing. But I'd say the #1 reason that this attack fails is someone is not watching this drone, and someone is not watching the flank, and you get flanked upstairs as you're opening above. That is the #1 reason you'll lose this site. So once you have above, there's a few very important angles that Sledge needs to open. He needs to open right around here. It's a bathroom. Needs to open another angle to bathroom here. He needs to sledge right here, down at the freezer. He needs to get an angle right around here to watch this rotate, to watch this door. I'd recommend just another angle here so they can't just watch, they can't just sit on this jail angle. He can also open up this wall right here to make it easier to rotate, by the way. I should have shown that. He needs to open up here to move him off of this kitchen rotate. Probably open, just to get him off of this window, maybe open up a couple holes over here. And then 1 or 2 around sinks, right here. This is sinks below. So that's everything Sledge needs to sledge. You can really open up as much as you want as long as you're still covered. You just want to make sure all of the defenders are flushed out of this room below here, and bathroom, and kitchen itself, or at least not at this kitchen door. Once you're actually going for the plant, Sledge will stay above. He will not have defuser. You're gonna have the IQ go for the plant eventually. Sledge is gonna be watching this angle, or someone else can be watching this angle, and another player above needs to be watching this angle. Nomad should still be watching the flank above, even as you're going for the plant. Like I said, I'll show you exactly how the Nomad will watch the flank, but it's very important that she's watching the flank for the entire round. Right off the start of the round, come to the main entrance to the left of it. Nomad the front door. That's very important for you as a repeller here, and for later when you go for the plant. So Nomad the front door. Get on this white rappel, open this window, throw a drone in. If you can clear luggage and that no one is coming up white stairs, and that this hallway is clear and your teammates have droned above, you can even go in this rappel right here. This seems like kind of like a silly Nomad, but honestly, I would put one here for a surprise luggage flank because you're only taking this sector of the map up here. So I put one there. I even maybe put one here just to help yourself out if the defenders are being really aggressive with the flank. Like I said, with this drone here that Sledge has set, you can just sit in this corner as Nomad and sit on this drone safely watching for flank. Like I said, this Nomad needs to be committed to watching flank like this. You cannot have her just lacking, going anywhere she wants and dying. She's very important because if you get flanked on this site, you're going to lose the round. Upstairs, you cannot lose the flank. So Nomad should be sitting like this, getting ready to kill any defenders that she sees on that drone, trying to go for the flank. So right now I'm on the VIP balcony. Right here, I'm going to show you what both the Zofia and the IQ do. They're pretty much going to be buddies for this attack. They're going to be together for pretty much the entire round. Right off spawn from probably pool entrance, rappel up to here, open up this window, open up this door, and help drone above. Probably the IQ droning because Zof has a bit of a better weapon in my opinion. Make sure that there's no one tucked here in library, books. This entire VIP needs to be clear. It's pretty easy to drone and clear this Hall of Fame and all of that, helping even drone the Ash as she's entering here. And once you know this is clear, if there's someone like Theater right here, for example, you can get another angle onto it, help the Ash take above. Nomad will be top white, like I said on that window before. So IQ and Zofia should be helping above. She can use her breach charges really quick, open up some angles for Sledge, make it a little easier. The IQ, because I said I'm just going to show you Zof and IQ together, the IQ should have her scanner out looking for any nitro cells on the floor, because there could be some pre-plays looking for pulse, Valkyrie cameras if they're going for nitro cells with some pings and everything. So that IQ and Zofia should be together right now. And once you have above and Nomad is watching flank from 90, head out this big window. And you pretty much just wait outside this service door, open it up. If there's shields, Zof can Zof the shields, but Sledge will be opening up above them anyway. You can Zof any Maestro cameras that you see, anything like that, Belusi's out the door, barbed wire, whatever you want as Zofia you feel is important. This front door will be nomaded, like I said, because she has already nomaded the front door when she repelled white, so you don't have to worry about front door unless they throw an impact or even a nitro cell. And Zof is going to be covering the IQ when she goes for the plant. If you think it's safe, maybe you want to go for a plant right here. You can run in and plant right here. But most of the time, just to make it quick and easy, the IQ should just go for the plant really quick right here. You're actually decently covered as long as the Zope is outside this door, getting an angle onto kitchen, and you have your teammates above watching the necessary angles onto this door and this bathroom door from above. Because it really is a pretty safe plant as long as kitchen and service is clear, as well as bathroom, which are very easy to clear from above as long as you have the proper angles. So like I said, Zoph and IQ are buddies. The route that I took as Zofia this round, take pretty much the exact same route as IQ, just make sure to use your gadget properly. And once you get the plant down, you can even open up an angle as the sledge over here, shoot open some holes maybe from the big window. This floor is not destructible, however this bathroom floor is, so you can open up an angle that goes from here to here, and you can sit right there above and get an angle onto the defuser. You pretty much just want to stop the defenders from getting in the first place though, so you shouldn't really have to get to that step. If IQ dies, the Zoph can just easily go for the plant. Who knows, you know, nitro cells, some random things can happen. So Zoph can go for the plant if the IQ dies. And once you do get the plant down, you pretty much just sit outside here passively. Make sure someone has a drone on it. Any dead players can watch these drones. Just set one here, something like that, where the defenders won't easily look. And make sure you have someone, if they are dead, calling to see if they're hitting. You know what I mean. Just, I mean, no round is perfect. People above might die. The Nomad might die on the flank watch. You never know what's going to happen in a siege round. So just make sure your drones are useful. So if someone is dead, they are helping the team, at least in some way, being able to make some useful calls. Let's go over the ideal lineup for attacking the Blue Bar and Sunrise site that I'm going to be showing you right here. I'd recommend the sledge. You're going to be opening above again. Might as well bring the sledge. He has a really good gadget for it. Good guns. Like I said before, L85 and SMG11 for his setup. For gridlock, I'd recommend the AUG. This LMG just isn't that great, and it makes you even slower than she already is. You could, instead of gridlock, bring the Nomad, but I'll show you why we would prefer the gridlock for this attack. It's because of her smokes. Definitely bring her shotgun, by the way. It's a lot more versatile than the pistol. If you really want to use the pistol, I guess you could bring it, but the shotgun is more versatile. So yeah, bring this F90 AUG looking weapon. You need a hard breach for this site. It's pretty important if you want to go for that final plant. I recommend an ace because you're gonna end up going through the breach. So I bring an ace, bring his AK-12. I mean, there's really no other option for him. You don't want to bring the shotgun. I'd also bring an IQ if you don't, because Valkyrie could totally mess up this attack if there's proper Valkyrie cams above and everything. So you always want to bring an IQ on this map, especially. Not always bring an IQ, but she's very nice to have. And then I just bring an Ash. Why not? Instead of, or if you don't want to run the Ash, you could run the Zoph. I mean, she got a great weapon, great gadget. They have similar functions, so whatever you prefer, Ash or Zofia, like I said, R4C or the M7, I think it's M762, whatever you prefer for either of those attackers. So this is a pretty basic blue bar and sunrise bar defense that you might see when you're attacking. You're going to see these two walls almost 100% reinforced. You might see a shield here. This is pretty common. Some ADS is covering it. That's okay because we're going to be going for a blue bar attack anyway. This is mud room. Not much in here probably. You're going to see a rotate here. Most likely these two walls reinforced. Either these two walls really switch around in reinforcements. It doesn't really matter for the attack we're going for. You're going to see the bottom of this wall shotgunned out, which is pretty important, like I said, in the attack. Obviously, we're going to deal with that with our attack. It's very common to deny the plant. And recently, I've been seeing kitchen extensions. We don't have to worry about this too much, but it is something to think about when we're attacking. So this is a basic defensive style that you're going to see. It's very, very common. People playing here, people playing in that corner on defense. Someone is going to be couches almost 100%. This is couches. You're going to get someone here, someone like a smoke. You can't really play in here because of these holes, so you're really gonna have someone playing in kitchen, like I said, maybe a roamer above somewhere. There's a lot of variation for this site, there really is, so there's no specific spots that I can really tell you they're gonna be, but pretty much their idea is that they can either smoke this plant, and they can smoke or maestro, whatever, this plant over here. But we're going to be going for this plant, and as long as we do it properly, we should be able to deal with this defensive setup. Let me outline these sites really quickly. This is the site. This is where you can plant. This is where you're going to be eventually attacking, but you can't just go right for the site. That is not how Siege works. You're going to need to take some extra rooms to actually attack here. And I'll show you that right here. The rooms you're going to want to eventually take are office right here, because you're going to end up going for a plant right here. You're going to need this room, and this room. This is the connector between CC and office. This is CC itself, all of this, and this is lobby. this CC, you're going to end up having a player here. I'll show you who that is when I physically get in the map for a second. But the point of this is that the bottom of these walls are open, like I showed you in the default setup in a minute. So you need to actually have control of this lobby so they don't prevent this plant here. It's a lot easier to show in game, so like I said, I'll emphasize on that in a minute. You're also going to need above. Not all of above, because that would just be crazy. It's a pretty decently sized map, and there's just a lot of places defenders can play. So the part that you're going to section off is this right here. Similar to like how you actually planted on the hookah and billiards attack. You need aqua or aquarium right here. You need luggage, and you need billiards this time, which is a bit easier when the site is not billiards. You're going to end up opening above with sledge, with nomad above. And that's just going to pretty much help you get the plant down and stop you from getting your plant prevented from above. If you didn't understand through the diagram, which is perfectly understandable, this is how the plant is going to go down. You're going to need the office, these two rooms over there, and you're going to end up going for the plant right here. To go here though, the bottom of this floor is going to be open, so that's why you're going to need to have not lobby control, but you're going to need an angle onto lobby from that room over there. I'll show you that in a minute, but the idea is that you're going for a plant right here, and you're covered from lobby and from above because you have above control. But I'm going to show you what Ace does first off. So Ace on this round is going to first go to Aqua Bow Propel. Someone else can open up the door, and he's going to help drone above. He'll help drone luggage. Nomad will end up nomading that door, as I'll show you in a minute. He'll drone behind Aqua Bar, make sure this is all clear. He's pretty much just the droner of the round until you have office control, because you really do need his ace charges. He needs to stay alive. Once you have above, he should have both of his drones up, save him in prep phase. Help drone in here. If there is someone in here, you can actually repel in this window. It's perfectly viable to do so. But anyways, this is what the ace does of the round. He's pretty much just the passive droner. Eventually ends up opening this wall right here and ends up going for the plant right behind this bar. So now let's go over what the nomad does during this round. She's going to use all of her nomad charges, 2 above and 1 below. She's going to be another person helping drone in the sledge above. She can also actually, because Ace is also droning, she can actually entry frag or behind the sledge. Sledge is probably going first. He just has a great weapon for that. After you have this, you're going to want to nomad this door. And I'd honestly nomad this door. This is a bit of an odd attack, but I do actually use it if I want to go for a blue bar take, because holes above on this take are very, very impossible to counter if you're an attacker trying to go for a plant below. So Sledge will eventually open up above here, but once she's used 2 of these nomad charges, you are going to open up this door. You know, you have the ace droning. Nomad can also drone it. She's eventually going to get into here. And what I would do as nomad, I would set a nomad charge here, but actually what you want to do is you could have a drone set here, but you could also just physically watch it. You're going to have the nomad actually sitting here, not with defuser, sitting here and making sure that no one comes into lobby and denies the plant by sitting here and shooting an angle there and shooting the guy who's planting. So nomad is pretty much just in CC right here, stopping this important counter from the defense. The defenders can really come from anywhere. They can come from here, there, kitchen hallway. She just needs to do whatever she can to make sure that she doesn't die and that the planter doesn't die at the blue bar. So here is what the sledge does. Because the ace and nomad are droning him in, all he should use his drones for is other flanks, because he's not actively droning anyone else in. So he can set his drone off of spawn really. Set it maybe somewhere in offense if you can get it in here. Maybe somewhere in lobby, just somewhere that's watching the flank effectively, because he is not actively droning anyone in. He's getting droned in. Once you have above, first of all, you want to open up right above here. You need to make sure that there's no bandits or mutes stopping you from opening up this blue bar wall, because you're going to need to open that wall as ace. So make sure there's nothing on this wall. Maybe there's a cage, you might have to nade it. But pretty much just get whatever is preventing you from opening this wall, get it off. You can also open up as sledge. If you've extended all the way to hookah, you probably haven't, but if you have gotten hookah control, you can even open up behind couches. This is going to be reinforced, so it's not really reasonable to sledge that. It's just trying to get them off of this rotate right here could be really nice. But if you don't have hookah control and if defenders are up here, you could just passively, as sledge, stay above and maybe even get an angle onto here to prevent anyone from rotating through there. And then once you get plant down, you get another angle above onto plant. It's very nice to have someone below or above the defuser for the post plant situation, because it's really hard for the defenders to get anyone out from above or below if they're trying to go for the defuse. So that's what Sledge does in the round. He spends really the entire round upstairs. He never really comes downstairs unless it's absolutely necessary. So yeah, Sledge spends his round upstairs and using his drones for flanks. If there's heavy above presence, IQ might want to help take above, but if it's very light upstairs and there's really nothing happening, IQ can really just head straight to office and start droning this. Because this office control obviously is a very important part of this strategy. She can help drone it, make sure it's all clear, and she can actually help cover the plant once that's ready to go down. Because you really need people looking through all these angles to actually get this plant down. It's not super easy to plant behind this bar. So she can sit on the door, watch this hookah rotate. Watch this site rotate. That's gonna be here. Get an angle onto jungle here. There's a lot of stuff you can do. But pretty much she's just a gun for the most part. She should check for Valkyrie cams in office. I often see cameras in these cubbies over here, so look out for those. I mean, as IQ, it's much easier to find them, but pretty much I do see a lot of cameras here, maybe even in, somewhere in this corner, trying to like look for the plant or anything like that. So IQ, make sure you find those Valkyrie cameras. Even Mozzie pests over here. Mozzie's a pretty actually common operator on this map. That's why IQ is pretty good on it for Valk, Pulse, and Mozzie pests. So make sure you don't get your drones hacked, and if you do, IQ can help find them with their scanner. Zoph has actually a pretty similar role to IQ, I would say. If necessary, she can help take above, get extra pressure on this balcony, help drone office and everything, and she's just pretty much another gun. If there is a shield, you might see a shield on this rotate here. Actually, I have seen this before. She can use her stuns, make sure there's no ADSs, and then eventually get that shield, because that shield will be pretty detrimental to your attack. Make sure there's no shield here if that is there. Real quick note, by the way, I did not mention this, but instead of like I said, I actually showed you what Nomad could do, but the Nomad is pretty interchangeable on this side with Gridlock, so she can actually use her smokes here, if possible, to help the plant really quickly. So you can actually have, if you want, the IQ rotate there, and then the Gridlock come here and smoke this rotate, or smoke this door, or even smoke lobby here, just in case, to help get that plant down. So that is how to attack the 2 bottom floor sites on Coastline. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, if you want to see how to attack the other 2 sites, that was in the last video I made. How to attack, hookah and billiards, as well as penthouse and theater. That was in the last video. So if you'd like to see how to attack those, that is in the last attacking Coastline video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned at least some things from this video. Hopefully you learned a lot, but even if you learned some things, I'm happy you watched. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.